Now let's dim the screen. You're probably watching this lying in your bed, not doing anything, or sitting in the toilet bowl binge watching. You're probably feeling the guilt, that's why you click on this video, or you're self-sabotaging that you're not doing anything. Do one thing for me. Watch till the end of this video to change your life and be more productive and stop procrastinating. Hi, I'm Ashley. This is my precious assistant, Aiden, doing his job well. We're here to help empower you, find your inner strength, and be more productive. Let's go. Now, this is not gonna be easy for those who have this procrastinating or not productive habits. This is gonna take work. It's gonna take time, and you will have to act on it. As simple as it is, a habit develops by practices, and a new habit will lock into your subconscious mind in a 21-day stretch. I probably shouldn't scare you, but that's how it is to work for our brain. Now, the first thing you can do is stop consuming relatable content. What does that mean? That also means that when you needed to go on the phone to scroll, to find content, to find relatable things to help you with your assignments or your projects, and you suddenly got sucked into it, that you start binge watching something else, you click onto some other software, and it all goes on, and you couldn't let go of your phone. But an hour has passed, 2 hours has passed, and you got nothing out of it. This happens to many of us every day. It's a trap. Now, are you doing the things that you're doing now and not be the dream you and be just you today? And sometimes do you ask yourself, why can't that be me? Why can't that be me? Or you ask yourself, what's stopping me from being that dreamy me, the successful me, the wonderful me that I wanted to be? This is what it is. You've got to stop being in this bad cycle. You've got to start doing something else that helps you to be more productive and move towards your goal. First thing to do is to stop consuming relatable content. Fix a task, get onto it, and fix a timing that you're onto it. If you didn't get anything out of it, you got to pull yourself out from scrolling, from browsing, from no purpose of binge watching. That's number one. And then the next thing you could do is overcoming your phone addiction. Now, a lot of us are addicted to our phone without being aware of it. People bring phones to their toilets, to the kitchens, to the exercise, to everywhere they go. And slowly they develop an addiction that without their phone, they feel uneasy. Without your phone, you feel like, oh, every few minutes you have to look at it. Every few minutes you have to touch it. That's an addiction. So first thing first, knowing that you have an addiction is you have to have an awareness. You have to be aware that there are times you block out that you do not want to have your phone with you. That is to cleanse yourself, to be away from an addiction. It's a distraction more than a tool. So the other way is to turn your distraction into become your tools to help you find answers, your tools to time you from using it. So whenever you be on your phone, you have a purpose, have a task that you want to do, instead of aimlessly, limitlessly scrolling and binge watching. You can use certain apps to put you to working. So set a timer for 20 minutes or 25 minutes to be on it. And when the timer is up, you've got to let go of your phone and start doing other things to be more productive. Sometimes you can take a break and be on your phone, and sometimes you can use your phones for purpose, to be a tool to research, a tool to relax, a tool to meditate. So some people use their phone to have a meditation app with a course, with a set goal that they will meditate for 5 minutes today and 10 minutes tomorrow, that's a tool instead of using your phone without any aim. Then you will slowly overcome an addictions. Overcoming an addictions is not totally, completely not touch your phone for a day. That will not sustain, because it's just like smoking. When people want to stop smoking, they do not cut it off instantly straight away today, and tomorrow they will not have one at all. Your body will have reactions, your brain will have reactions that it will not cope, and of course very quickly you will jump back into it with worse addiction. Instead of a packet of cigarette a day, you would jump back into it crazily, maybe 2 or 3 packets a day, and that will become a bad side effect from an instant cut off. So you have to do this slowly and gradually. Your brain will have to cope, your body will have to cope. So instead of being on your phone all day, every day, slowly have breaks. Slowly have a schedule that you turned off your phone or be away from your phone for an hour and start working on exercise or start working on your assignments. And then the next day you try it more, or you go by weeks if you can't. So every day you start having a certain time to turn it off or be away from it, that you are able to be on a book instead of watching your phones, and you will slowly be able to help your brain and yourself to reduce your phone addictions and become in control of yourself. When you have more self-control, then you will be not consumed by the need of wanting your phone. You will use your phone because you wanted it, not because you needed to. And the next thing you do to stop being lazy is stop rushing. That also means that how many times have you tried in your life that things were done last minute? And when you do it last minute, you probably didn't end up doing it well. You're probably wanting to quickly finish it and get it over and done with. And you probably end up with a job that is without good quality. You're just doing it because you want to deal with it within the deadline. You probably want to hand it in and then get it over and done with, and you have a relief, but that relief comes with guilt as well that you didn't do it well and you didn't start early. And this will slowly become a habit. If you continue doing this, it's a never-ending cycle of a habit. And this is a really unhealthy habit for you and your life. And of course, you will be very far away from your goals if you keep rushing things. So start early when you have a project, when you have a goal. And when you start early, you have time to slowly produce a quality results, a quality end product. And with time, if you start early, you have time to make mistake and correct it and do it again without rushing. Slow down and start early is your goal. You want to do and finish your project with quality content. And when you have quality content, you will feel good. The sense of achievement and motivations will continue in your system, and you have more passions over it as well when you have the end results well done. So stop rushing, stop being a last minute person, and start early. How do you start early? Have a schedule on your calendar. So on your calendar, mark your calendar when is your deadline for this project or for this goal. And when you have a deadline set, You start setting small goals and small projects before the deadline on your calendar. By this date, what do you want to finish? Which part of the project do you want to finish? Set your goals in smaller steps so that you don't have to rush and you know you're progressing towards the end of your project. With the small goals, it looks more achievable and less overwhelming, and you don't have to rush. When you don't rush, you have complete control. You are calm and at peace. Only when you're calm, you can produce quality content. And there we are. It also leads to our next point is to have a monthly plan. So mark your calendar as I just mentioned. Set small goals leading to your big end projects or to your big end goals. When a project is so overwhelming and big, people start procrastinating and stop acting because it looks too much to do. It looks like it's a lot. When you are consumed by the vision of it, that it overwhelms you, then you will not progress well. You will not even act on it when it's too much to handle. So put your goals into smaller sets and smaller goals, smaller steps, and then it looks more achievable and you will progress to it along the way on your monthly plan. So with your monthly plan, you set small goals and small titles that you have to finish this within these certain days and move on to the next step. And the end goal, you will not be able to be overwhelmed by it. When things are predictable, it will bring peace. And when you're at peace, you feel in control. And motivations will also follow when you feel in control, and you will continue working on it because you know you can do this. You've got this. And the next thing you need to do is reduce decision fatigue. What does that mean? Now, the more decisions you have to make every day, the more you feel tired, overwhelming, and you're sick of it. So when there's a lot of tasks piled up, you tend to feel like, oh, there's so many decisions to make. For example, the easiest thing to know if you have decisions fatigue is you're in a messy space. It's just not because of hygiene, not because you're messy. Sometimes it's also because you're sick of making decisions. The decisions to where do I put this, how do I organize this, and it becomes too much to think of when you start packing up. The more decisions you need to make, the more energy drained. And when energy is drained, there's no quality work produced, or you would not even be able to produce any work. So what do we need to do? You are going to set up your workspace for the next day. And before you set up your workspace for the day, you have to finish up your day at a reset mode. How do you do reset mode? For example, a kitchen, a play space. I will have to clean up my kitchen after I cooked and did a mess every day, prep food and all that. We'll have to come to a reset mode, which means you clean up all the dishes, put it all in the dishwasher, wipe the top up, and have a clean space that the next day when you come to your workspace, it's all ready to go. And it also feel good when you come to a clean workspace every day. So that also means at your workspace, at your work desk, you cleaned up and pack up every day, and your computer as well. You put everything away, close all the folders, and let it go to shutdown or sleep mode. The next day when you come back to your work desk, you will feel fresh and ready to go at that mode. So that's why at the end of the day, you reset. You could also set up your space ready for the next day. If you know certain tasks are going to start that you need to do the next day, you could probably prepare ahead. Certain things are already there for you to work with, or 1 or 2 steps ahead, so that when you come to it, you are set to go. This will also avoid procrastinations because things are ready. Sometimes, for example, when you want to work at your work desk, and if you come to a messy work desk, you will start doing clean up actions. You will start cleaning up, packing things away, and an hour later, you're probably done cleaning up and packing away, but you're already tired and not motivated. And at this point, this is dangerous because you will start procrastinating because you're set to do certain work, but you got diverted by the mess of it. So make sure you set up a reset mode every day. Get your table or your filming set ready, that tomorrow when you want to film your content, your lights is ready, your tripod is ready, your mic is ready, and it's ready to go. You just need to press the record button and we are on the go. Set up a to-do list before bed and it will tell you what you need to do with clarity on what you are set to do tomorrow. And before you go to bed with this to-do list, your brain is clear to go to bed and rest. The next day you will feel fresh and ready to go when you go through your to-do list before bed. And this is all about setting yourself up before the next day. With this practice, you will avoid procrastinating and being lazy because you already have tomorrow planned out and your brain and your body is all ready for it. You're just up for a rest, and the next day when you open your eyes, you know what to do. Now, the other thing is more importantly is have a time commitment or have a time schedule. With this, you create deadlines and you will have to give yourself a clearer picture on when and what you should do at what time. This also relates with the time batching and the time management. Have a look at my videos that I pinned up here and in my description box, that what do you do with time management. When you learn about time management, you know that at certain time you need to do that task. For example, if you want to lose weight, then you get a coach or you sign up for classes that you probably will not miss because you have paid for it and you don't want to waste your money. But if you sign up for a gym and you go to the gym only when you're motivated, then if you're going there based on your motivations, you probably will not go consistently with discipline. But if you sign up for classes or sign up a coach program, then you probably have someone be accountable for you, then you'll probably stick to it. That will keep you going and that will keep you progressing. So have a look at my video about time management and time commitment. How do you stay on your plan? How do you stick to the plan? Do not act on basing on your motivations. If you base it on your motivations and your energy as per it goes, you probably will not do it. And last but not least, break the all or nothing mentality. When you have that mentality, you will do it and overwhelm yourself, and then you will not do it again. For example, if you have a never-ending laundry cycle, and you probably had 2 piles of laundry that you need to fold. And when you think of it, you're like, oh, I have no time. There's too much to do. To do it all at once, I need at least an hour or 2. But who says you have to do it all at once? You probably could do half now, take a break, go to your desk, answer some emails, and come back to it and do the other half. When you have that mentality, then you can finish certain overwhelming things without thinking of it. But if you think of it too much, when you think you're not flowing, when you're not flowing, you will overwhelm yourself with overthinking. So when you think about a task that is too much, then break it down. Who says you have to do it all or nothing at all? You can do it half, complete it, take a break, and do it again. You can also have a look at the time management video that I had that will teach you what is Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is to help you progress and attack your overwhelming tasks without feeling overwhelmed and be productive. Pretty much you deal with certain tasks for 20 minutes or 25 minutes and take a 5 minutes break for your brain. So all 25 minutes you're on to your task and then you take a 5-minute break. You can do that in 4 sets and then you take a bigger break after set number 4. And this will be very productive at work or at your assignments. And if you break this all or nothing mentality, you will break the perfectionism's thinking and you will be able to move towards your goal easily, effortlessly, because it's no longer overwhelming and it's no longer time for overthinking. You do not think about it, you act on it. When time is up, you take a break. You act on it when time is up, you take a break. Same as your exercises. If you think about it, you will not get out of your bed and do it. But without thinking of it and start standing up and jumping and walking now, you probably didn't felt like it's too hard. But sometimes when you couldn't get out of bed, you keep snoozing your phone. That will lead you to not able to work and move forward. So the key is to start moving. Set a time and start moving. No matter what, as long as you start moving, that will have progress. You already took a step, second step, third step. But if you do it all or nothing at all, it means nothing. Because when things are overwhelming, you have no action. When there's no action, there will have no progress. I hope this video helped you in any way. Comment down below what works for you or what other ideas you have to stop being lazy and be more productive. And subscribe if you have not. And thank you for watching and see you on my next video.
Bye.